Hello everybody, how's it going? I'm going to be going over my decimator, extractor, hum extractor, decimator G, whatever you call this thing. Fix the camera on that a little. I'm going to go over this a bit. I'm going to explain it. Fix it up, do the settings on it. I think I need to touch up the settings a bit on it. But regardless, there is a reason why I bought this pedal. Yes, it is a lot of pedal. It is the most powerful noise gate you could probably ever get at this point in time, I think. I don't think there's many this powerful. And there was a reason why I got it. Let me show you. There's a reason why you don't want it really to clip on that guitar part. So you feed your guitar directly into channel 1. Don't plug any pedals between. I know that's weird, right? You don't want to plug any pedals in between your guitar and the pedal and the decimator G. It should be at the front at all times. It's strange, I know, because normally you'd want to gate your overdrive, right? As you could clearly see, look at where my overdrive is and listen closely. If I could play. Now, anything can be adjusted, but put it right up to the microphone. Oh, I touched the guard, sorry. You hear that? No, you don't. I didn't think so. See? Look at that. I mean, seriously. That's quiet. That's really quiet. Oh, yeah, that's what that noise is. My bad, guys. I did not put my hair. That's why those hair ties were on the ground. Oh, my bad. So you all are going to just have to watch me do this, but I put hair ties around the top of my, if you could hear that, obviously, around the nut of my guitar here and pull them tight. There we go. Much better, isn't it? See? You hit those really hard, you could still hear it. But yeah, that's an annoying sound whenever you stop playing. I always thought it was my gate or the computer or something. And, nope, just resonance from the upper neck there. This one string. Wait, which? Yeah. Right now, F string, but, you know, G string. I mean, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? So you put everything that is distortion and stuff in channel 2. Or, wait, the output of channel 1, I guess. Or, let me figure it out. Because I have it on the output of channel 1 going directly into the amp. And this is the way it kind of showed me to do it here in the diagram. It says go into channel 2. Channel 2 can be inserted after the pedal change series loop. Okay, well, it said channel 2 up there at the top. I'll show you that. Maybe it's a typo. I don't know. But you plug your guitar in here. All fuzz, compressors, distortions, overdrives, stuff like that goes into this here. I think if you wanted any effects, you would just put it in the loop here, but I don't know, actually. I actually haven't tried it with chorus and reverb and stuff like that yet, so I don't have that answer at the moment. Other than maybe you would plug it just directly in between here and the guitar, but I don't know. Because that first input's supposed to get rid of any hum from the guitar. Now, as you can see, that's clearly a Stratocaster right here, isn't it? And yes, you would want it for single coil pickups, but why do I have this for a humbucker then? Where's the hum extraction? Well, I pointed it to the microphone earlier, as you could tell, and let's see if it works. Disclaimer, for some reason my pedal does not turn off. It did when it started. I can't get it to turn off now, so as soon as I plug it in, my foot switch just doesn't work. Luckily, it's stuck in the on position, not the off position, but that may be some quality check. I don't know. I would really like to know if that's happening to other people and if I can fix that. If not, maybe I need to get the warranty checked and just get a new pedal. I don't know. But at least that's in the on position. But anyway, I'm going to turn everything down so you can hear. Let's see here. I think if I turn it this way. Is that right? Maybe it's just always doing its job. Or... yeah, I don't know. No, okay. Okay, here we go. So, with the microphone... surprisingly, it's not doing it. If I'm not connected to this pedal, you can hear, like, what sounds like... shoot, I wonder how many people are going to be in my audience that know what dial-up internet is. It sounds like a phone ringing through your guitar. But anyway, as you can tell... let's see if it... here we go. That works. That's a little better. So, I'm going to have it near here, just so you guys can tell. Look at that. Just that one knob right there that I turned. Now, of course, if I take that... pretty impressive, isn't it? This isn't the ultimate noise gate. So this thing adapts to your playing. It takes noise out during your notes. So when you hit a note, if this is down, right. The knob on the right, up, is less quiet. Or going to the right. The knob on the right, if you turn it to the right, less quiet. If you turn the other knobs to the left, more quiet. And my camera froze. Awesome. So I gotta go in here, because it's getting hot in this room. So it, unfortunately freezes up the camera. I need to get in a nice cooler room. So I have to deactivate it, reactivate it, so you guys can see. I'm sorry about the complications with this, guys. And I just, unfortunately, don't have time to reshoot this video, so I gotta make it perfect, right? As perfect as I can. But you can clearly hear it. So... hear that noise in it, like, you can hear the noise still when I'm playing. But, when you turn this thing up... turn that... pull that back a bit. Now, apparently, so I'm not super familiar with all this. I plugged it in, it works for what I want it to work, because when I'm holding this out, if the strings don't vibrate, that is. I usually have problems when this thing gets close to the microphone. Now, when it's plugged into that, I don't have as much problems. When it's plugged into the front of my Axe-Fx and I'm using this little baby gate right here, this more noise killer, when I'm using this, bright light, shine it right in the light, and so you guys can see it. When I use this, it doesn't matter. I can still hear like that computer noise, that tick 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 tick, like that. You can just hear that chirping. It doesn't matter how. And if I crank this up too hard, it just no guitar signal goes through, just dead silent. So this just does not do the job that the Hum Extractor Decimator G does. Now that Hum Extractor Decimator G, I believe, is $400. I'll double check the pricing, and they may have it on sale, but it's an important pedal for what I do, because I have this 4-cable method into, for those who don't know what 4-cable method is, you plug your guitar directly into it, you plug it into your input, and then the other two outputs go into your effects loop. So one goes into the effects send, one goes into the effects return, back into the pedal. So it just loops around in there. It makes your amp dead quiet. Oh, for those who didn't know, I should have said this at the beginning of the video. I am plugged directly into my Hughes & Kettner Warp X 100 watt amp head. Plugged into my Torpedo Cab M Plus, of course, also it's running through a load box, so you don't blow your amp head. You need a load box with that pedal. Okay? You need one. And for those, I could probably just adjust the camera. Well, no, I can't. I can't adjust the camera right now. Sorry, my camera's flipped vertically. So that would make things look really weird. But yes, it's plugged directly into my 100 watt amp head, directly into my computer, and it's this quiet. My amp does not have a built-in gate or anything, so... Dead silent. I mean, that's awesome. Knob is still up, of course. Now it's off. Cool, huh? I mean, I can't demonstrate this pedal enough. So apparently there is the position to go into channel 1 or channel 2 with let's go through the manual here. So let's see, connect to the supplied AC. Yeah, I know that. The unit has 2 channels with input and output connections. Plug the guitar directly into the input of channel 1 and connect the output channel 1 into the input of your rig. You can select the position for the hum extractor function to be inserted in channel 1 or channel 2 via the HX POS switch, which is this one right here in front of the lonely knob right there, as you can see where my mouse is. So I'm going to hit that switch and see what it does. Sounds a little more distorted that way. That sounds better. What? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know exactly what happened, but... Let me mute myself and just kind of... Always got to be careful not to hit harmonics. Every time I go to palm mute, I hit harmonics. Which is always great when you're trying to mute it. That just sounds incredible, though. That sounds incredible. What did I... like... Man, that really changes it a lot. That just does not sound very metal. And, so... what it's doing, for the most part, from what I can understand, is it's making it hit the effects loop a lot harder than it's hitting the front end of the amp. I'm guessing I was cutting off a lot of tone. You know how many videos I have done without knowing that? Always read the manual, guys. Always read the manual. We can learn that together, right? I'm actually not, I'm not ashamed to do that in front of camera. I think it's a little more wholesome at least, or maybe people look at me and go, yeah, you're an idiot, and you know, that's fine too. Hey, at least we're having fun together, right? No wonder my amp always sounded better through the speakers. Whenever I would just, I was just like, man, this amp sounds better through speakers. And I wasn't using my hum extractor then. I was just plugging directly into my speakers because I didn't need it. Because it's not very noisy when it's not plugged into a computer. But when it's plugged into a computer, it's a bunch of noise. I have this thing plugged in, and I'm like, man, this amp sounds like it just doesn't have that noise that I want out of it. You know, it's not that... doesn't sound as aggressive, and I just thought maybe the speaker impulses weren't as good, and no, I had my hum extractor wrong. It needs to be on set to channel 2. So play around with your stuff. The other stuff, one of them's a ground lift, one of them's a filter, and I heard about. So I'm gonna push that one, button number 3 here, and says that's okay, so I actually really don't know what that does. That may be for effects. I'm not entirely sure. We can find out, though, because why not? We got a little bit of time here. Principles, hum extractor, adjust operation. When set properly, the hum extractor will remove... Okay, we know that. Dynamic filter. Oh, okay. Here we go. Dynamic low-pass filtering, I think is what it is. Okay. So is that what that does? Done by the high quality of voltage controlled... Okay, when the high frequency information input signal decreases, the dynamic filter bandwidth track the bandwidth will track the decrease in high frequency and eliminate high frequency noise that remains in the input signal. So when I hit that, it's taking out a little bit of highs. Okay, it's just going to take out high-frequency noise. It's not going to actually take out any of the high-frequency notes or anything like that, it seems. And it's, I mean, you can see 20 kilohertz. Like, it's just kind of that really, really, really annoying stuff, you know what I mean? It's not going to be, I mean, you can't even push 20 kilohertz on a, like, 10-band EQ, you know? It goes up to 16, so that's pretty freaking high. It's not super high. It's still, you could still hear 20 hertz, or 20 kilohertz, but, yeah, it's just going to knock out some really annoying noise is all it's going to do, it seems to me on that. But this, guys, if you're not sold on this pedal, then you don't have a noise problem. That's the only thing I can say about that. If you're not sold on this pedal, you do not have a noise problem. But if you do have a noise problem, I'm not saying it's going to fix every single instance. Always look into getting rid of the noise via power, you know what I mean? Cleaning up your power. Using power conditioners, even if you have to get into your wall and replace wiring, you know what I mean? Like, not you physically, but get an electrician to do it. That may be the better way to do things, but if nothing is working, give this pedal a try. I think you could probably get it on Sweetwater and return it if you're not happy with it, you know what I mean? But how much is it on Sweetwater? We're going to Sweetwater. We're gonna check the price for you guys because y'all want this pedal, you know. Hum extractor. And I mean, you know, ISP is just insane. $462. Ooh. More expensive than I thought. Yes, guys, it is a pricey pedal. It's probably the most expensive pedal I'll ever own, to be honest. But you see the results. This isn't an effect pedal. This isn't, you know, paying for boutique, you know, chorus or something like that that's out crazy overpriced that just does everything. No, this is to make your signal clean. This is to help people record cleanly. This is actually an important thing. Very, very important. And I haven't seen a pedal more powerful than this. Now, as for the... For the Switch, I don't know why it doesn't turn off, guys. I really don't. Has the camera frozen? Nope. But, you know, it's weird. Because if I let this pedal run for about an hour, I'm probably going to leave it for an hour just to see. And I wish I could if I could shut it off, you would hear so much more noise. It's ridiculous. Even when the pedal is turned all the way down, it's still cutting some noise out, which is wild to me. But I was able to show you at least some noise, so that at least was saving grace there. But if I leave that pedal run for about an hour, that Switch will work at some point. It's not completely not working. It's just like I don't know if it's getting too hot in here. I hope not. But at some point, that Switch will work. And, yeah. It'll turn off at some point. Always turns back on and stuff. And if you ever need it, and the good thing is it's default at on. So I have done this because that's right, I couldn't get it to turn back on once I turned it off once. If you unplug it and plug it right back in, its default is on. So I was just like, okay. I don't know if they knew about the problem or like maybe this is the workaround, but I don't know. I'd really like to talk with somebody to see what is going on with the pedal, and maybe they can fix it. Maybe they can send me a new one. I don't know. I mean, I'll pay them to fix it. I love the pedal. I don't want to get rid of it. I really don't want to get rid of it. Despite that one flaw on the Switch not turning off, I need this pedal, actually. I need it. It is so noisy when you're recording around a bunch of equipment and lights and stuff. This thing is insanely good. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, do all that good fancy stuff. That really helps the channel out a lot when you do those things, especially the subscribing part. For now, that's the most important to me. You know, but each to their own, I guess. But thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you all on the next one. Later.